Welcome to Season 6 of the Wood Tier Invitational. We are jumping right into Map 1, which is Nepal, of our featured match tonight, which is Theory of Relativity versus LSFC, our top two contenders in the Oak Division at the moment. We are letting them know that we are ready. And I am joined by by fellow caster Oblivion DVDR. How you doing, Oblivion?
I'm doing great. Ready for some good Overwatch. I haven't been able to see either of these teams yet, but having coaching or having been a coach of two of the teams, I'm starting to hear different things around the league about which team's good at what, and who's really doing really well. So I'm excited to see this matchup.
Yeah, me as well. We are. It sounds like they are trying to coordinate a bunch, but we are jumping right into this. This map in particular is one of those control maps where if you don't take this first point first, you're gonna have a really hard time. And looks like the fight's about to break out, and I will pass it off to you.
Yeah, we're going to see some kind of brawl comps, although we see Drop engage a little bit. Doesn't get punished for it, though, although your boy Wings takes out Metaclon very early on in the fight. It's going to be really difficult for Theory of Relativity to be able to keep up. Kevin takes out Drop, and yeah, so Theory of Relativity losing that fight early on. The Winston maybe not the best pick for this map, although they are running it with the Zarya, so they're going to be trying to... Ooh, Uga gets taken out by Cookie there, so a bit of a longer reset for Theory of Relativity. Now, LSFC has the point, and they're just looking to get up close, brawl, use that Mei wall to their advantage, and really just hold that point position there. We see Theory of Relativity come back on the Reinhardt. I really like this swap. Drop, although, is walled out. Your boy Wings is going to charge in. He gets antied, so Drop is actually going to swing forward. He takes out your boy Wings, although not before going low. Cookie, however, is just picking up the kills left and right here. That's two. Drop takes out Yogurt, and this is actually going to be a really fast retake. Really good job. Really great use of abilities by Theory of Relativity to bring it back onto that point here. We see Micro Dude getting slept, actually. This is going to be quite the stagger. Yeah, this is a good 10% worth. So great job cleaning that up. Great job kind of giving themselves as much time here as possible. So now it's kind of the onus is going to be on LSFC to be able to break back in. With this Echo, though, Uga is going to have to do a lot of to Cookie, but Cookie has meta going for him. We see Inkabome goes in with the Blizzard, is going to freeze up Drop, although Drop is getting the help of his whole team. Drop is going in, dealing a lot of damage with that Nano Boost. Takes out Uga, takes out Inkabome. Cookie is going to follow up on a lot of this damage from their Reinhardt taking down Micro Dude. And that's going to be another great-looking fight from Theory of Relativity. Great job keeping their Reinhardt alive under all of that pressure. We saw the Blizzard and a lot of resources going into him to try to keep Drop out of the fight. But Drop just got a lot of help from his supports, got nanoed, got hit by that grenade, and was able to keep it up. Now, we see LSFC is going into the point again, does get Drop walled off here, but it doesn't matter. Cookie's just going to come in dealing a ton of damage. Drop actually gets a big Earthshatter, even though he was cut off from the rest of his team, and that's going to be another fight win for Theory of Relativity. Great job there. Really big individual play by Drop. That was an excellent Earthshatter that kept him alive for just long enough for Cookie to really work that flank angle on this Echo. We see LSFC coming in. They're going to have to take this point here, otherwise it's going to be point here. Although we see a huge Graviton Surge come out from Punch. Doesn't quite get anything, but does force out the beat and the Immortality Field, so his team is going to be up on resources. We see Cookie going with the Reinhardt. Two Reinhardts dropping Cookie, both dealing tons of damage. We see another huge anti-grenade. Punch is going to take out your boy Wings, and now LSFC is on the ropes here, trying to see if they can't do anything, but no, Cookie's just going to put in the damage. And whew, that was a clean map. coming out of Theory of Relativity.
That was a pretty clean map. One of the things that I said at the very beginning was, oh yeah, if you don't take the point first, you're going to have a hard time. They quickly proved me wrong, and Theory of Relativity came right back in, took it, and didn't drop it for the rest of the map. I really appreciate you stepping up and trying to cover all of the dead space, but I can do some color casting while running the camera, so it's not all on you.
Cool. Well, I will leave all of those, or I will leave some of those colorful things to you. We see LSFC coming in. Your boy Wings is going to go on the Winston, so we see a dive composition coming out. So they're going to get to the point first, but not before Drop is going to challenge them on that. Reinhardt again, dealing a lot of damage to your boy Wings. Going to have to back up. We see Drop pin in. Is going to take KVN back into no man's land. He is going to get hacked, however, so he's under a lot of pressure. His team's going to need to step up and help him out, but nope. 2 out of position after that charge just doesn't quite go where he's looking for, although Cookie is going to take out your boy Wings. Main tank's down for both teams, and it's first point cap for Theory of Relativity, but the fight's not over. Punch is going to pressure out the opposing off tank, and yeah, that's going to be it for this fight.
This is a really interesting fight here. When the Winston comes in and pretty much his only dive target is a Reinhardt, it's an indication that maybe you shouldn't be playing dive. But Theory of Relativity holding on to the point while the D.Va respawns back in. We've got Cookie coming up on a duplicate, and we have several ultimates on the side of Theory of Relativity coming right back up, but with the only counter to that being Lucio.
Yeah, we see LSFC come in with the Moira ult there. Doesn't actually make a whole lot of space off of it. Gets pressured out by Drop, and we see Theory of Relativity is going to clean up this fight relatively quickly, getting a lot more value out of their own Coalescence. Again, I think what you're saying about this Winston pick not quite working, the thing that they're looking for is they're going to try to want to take space with this Winston and D.Va, but they're just kind of taking it straight up the main approach, which they'd probably just like a Reinhardt instead.
I agree. We've got quite a few ultimates coming online for LSFC, so if they're going to win a fight, this is the one.
Yeah, we see Uga. Big pulse bomb onto Origin. Inkabome is going to follow up with his own EMP. Doesn't get a whole lot, but he doesn't really need to. Just gets enough hacks to be able to clean up the fight. We see Metalcon here is going to try to fight for his life here. Doesn't want to get staggered out, but Malware does end up getting staggered out. Cookie, though, is going to punish your boy Wings for that aggressive positioning, so it is a 5v5, and one of the teams has the main tank here. So we're going to see what happens here. Cookie is going to go in, take an aggressive angle, although KVN is going to force out the enemy team, try to wait for his main tank to get back here with a bomb. Origin does take out KVN before he's able to get back in the mech. Uga falls off the map, it seems, and things really didn't quite go the way of LSFC, although they are going to commit. Yogurt is going to beat in, see what he can't get done here, although kills still aren't coming in, and Theory of Relativity standing strong in this point. They're going to take out your boy Wings, and it's going to be only a matter of time, really, I think, for LSFC before they're taken off the point. You see Uga get picked off by Punch. Punch takes down another in Micro Dude, and I think that's going to be the fight here.
I think that sound barrier was almost entirely just, all right, we need to stay on this point as long as possible. We need to get as much percentage, because when we when we come back, we're only gonna have one fight anyways. So Theory of Relativity is gonna be pushing in with 6 ultimates, and this should be a relatively decisive victory as well.
Yeah, we see 5 hacks come off of that huge EMP from Origin. We see Inkabome respond with an EMP in kind, doesn't go down to any of the stuns, but 6 ults. There's just a lot of fireworks going off. We see 2 Moira ults, 2 Coalescences crossing beams. Really, literally a lot of fireworks, and LSFC just not quite able to stand up to that huge stack of ultimates coming out of Theory of Relativity there.
An Ana play of the game.
Let's see. Oh, this makes a lot of sense. What a huge grenade. Interesting position for Malward here.
It's a big fat purple. It's a real big fat purple.
Yeah, I was wondering what angle that he was taking to get a big grenade like that, but I guess wonder no longer. That angle was worth a play of the game, so we'll see if he's able to take it up and knock any more Ana plays of the game. Usually don't see one of those in a month, let alone two in a match, but, you know, starting strong with one, so let's say we can't find more.
Theory of Relativity was our number 2 going into this, and looking at the way that first map went, it was a very decisive victory by Theory of Relativity. LSFC, up until that point, had not dropped a single map. They had tied one map, and I'm talking about the entirety of the tournament. They had not dropped a single map. And so you saw it here on the stream first. We just watched LSFC drop their first map, but considering they've been undefeated up until this point, you know that they're going to get their heads in the game, and they are going to make this a great match to watch.
Sure. I mean, I think on that second point, we just saw some compositional issues that led to them having ult deficit, which ultimately sort of cost them that point and the map. But I think, especially if you've had such a good winning record, it's one of the things where they kind of get a wake-up slap, get to say, all right, we're really going against one of the tougher teams here in this tournament. I think that LSFC's going to be able to get their head on straight, say, hey, look, guys, we've won a whole bunch of maps before. That was the first one. We were bound to lose one of these. So as long as they kind of keep that good mental attitude going forward, they did get first cap on that first point, which is really important. So, you know, it's certainly not one-sided by any stretch of the imagination. So I think they're going to be coming back in full force here on this map. Although we do see Yogurt leave the game, so a little bit of downtime. Incubum just settling things out, hanging out with Malweird here.
Yeah, let's find out what is going on here. Put Obamacare in. Okay. All right.
So we have a swap. Obamacare is going to be coming in for the side of LSFC. Kings Row, classic map. Map pick of LSFC.
It will be interesting to see if we get another Winston pick. That might be indicative that your boy Wings is a little bit more on the one-trick side of things. But it would surprise me if we didn't see a Reinhardt or at least a Sigma going into this. The Brawl composition is classic for Kings Row.
Yeah, I mean, really that's what a lot of tank players like to play Kings Row for, is this Reinhardt matchup. So we see your boy excuse me. See your boy Wings is going to queue up on that Reinhardt. He's in the attacker's spawn, so I'm not really going to not really sure what we're going to get, but it's pretty likely that they're going to roll out with this Rein Zarya. We see Drop, who did a lot of Reinhardt last map, did great on Reinhardt last map, is actually going to be on the Wrecking Ball.
This is there's actually a pretty solid rollout for Wrecking Ball right here. I know when I was playing main tank for my team back in the day, one of the things that we would do to throw things off, at least on the attacking side, is to play the Wrecking Ball into attacking this first point. But this is a Wrecking Ball on defense, so it looks like they're going for a little bit more of a disruption style.
So you see, Uga is going to get in position. He's on the Doomfist, interestingly enough. Origin also on the Doomfist here. Goes in, doesn't quite get anything, but manages to get out. We see the side of Theory of Relativity is pushing into the point, using that Rein Zarya, kind of bullying out the enemy team. Drop isn't able to get a whole lot. He's taking a lot of damage going down. We see one tick going on for the side of Theory of Relativity. LSFC just trying to stay in this fight, trying to keep sustaining damage on them, but they're going to have to get some picks here and drop Cookie both going down for the side of LSFC. It looks like this is going to be a pretty fast first point cap for Theory of Relativity.
Considering that,
Objective lost.
Whoa, I got the names wrong. Quick
Right.
point cap for LSFC here.
right. See, I was looking at the exact same thing, and I was like, maybe that's the wrong name. But for our blue team, the Theory of Relativity, I was surprised to see the Sigma not drop earlier. To offer up that defense on point. You don't ever really want... the ball is great at stalling, but you don't ever really want the ball to just sit there on point, and there's nothing really for him to swing around on point on that first section of King's Row. So I know that he was worried about keeping the rest of his team alive and safe up there on the high ground, but there wasn't really anybody other than the dude.
Oh, huge shatter from your boy Wings! Gets all 6 players from the enemy team! That's an incredible play, and they're going to get a lot of space off of that. Wow, your boy Wings from the side of LSFC is not playing games here on King's Row.
That's one of the things. I mean, we just had they switched from the Wrecking Ball onto the Reinhardt, and they had 2 shields up, and he still got the super fat shatter. So we're going to see one more contest.
Yeah, really great angle, although we see Graviton Surge and Blizzard both out for the side of LSFC. They're just doing a ton of damage here, able to kind of keep the enemy team in check. And Theory of Relativity just doesn't have those ults to be able to contest. They've had to make a few swaps, and it's really been costing them here. They're coming up on this Earthshatter, but it's going to be their first Earthshatter. Now they're just getting onto the Zarya, who, if they lose another fight, might not even get a grab before the end of this round.
We have the Doomfist up on the high ground, setting up for a rollout.
See what Uga's able to get here. See if he's able to get the pick that he's looking for. If LSFC... No, Origin actually takes out your boy Wings here, so good start for the defense, although Uga is going to take out Origin, so Theory of Relativity still up in this fight, going to take out Uga, and alright, so that is a good hold. They needed to win a fight, they needed to take back the tempo, they needed to put the game back in their control, and they've done it for now at least.
We have an Earthshatter on the side of Theory of Relativity, along with a Deadeye, Sound Barrier, and Nano Boost coming up.
See drop. He's going to get walled off, but good shatter to keep himself alive. Is going to aggress onto Uga, who's out of position. Inkabome takes out Origin while he's using Deadeye there, though. Drop is just going to get nanoed, go right back into the side of the enemy team here. Microdude lands a big anti-nade onto your boy Wings here. Or, sorry, Malware lands the lands the nade here. Still mixing up the teams a little bit, not too great, but the offensive side of LSFC is going to be able to take that point, or sorry, take that fight, and nearing taking the point here.
You know, with a couple players down, I was looking at that. Graviton to see if maybe they were going to get the kind of value that they wanted out of it, but they really turned it into a fight win off of pretty much that one ultimate alone.
We see both Blizzards out from both sides. Punch is going to knock KVN off of the map here, so we still we see the defensive side of Theory of Relativity gonna hold on. Team Kill Bell comes out, and now they have both tank ults, nothing else, but those are some pretty good ults to have going into the next fight. 3 minutes left on the clock.
You know, it feels like we've been on this third point for a while already, and they're still sitting at a 3-minute time bank. They have plenty of time to make this work.
Yeah, oh, we see an early Graviton Surge come out from Punch. Is going to force out the beat from Obamacare, so the side of LSFC is going to still have a good push here, although Malware, really strange position. Punch is actually behind them, and yeah, incredibly odd positioning coming out from Punch and Malware. Cookie is going to take out his counterpart in Inkabome, but they are still down in this fight as Theory of Relativity, so they're going to have to back up. Your boy Wings taking an aggressive angle, is going to get walled off, but Drop really just doesn't have the help. We see Obamacare get shattered, but your boy Wing says, no way, Drop, you're not going to take my Lucio out. Shatters in kind. Uga's going to take out Drop off of that shatter, and we see the supports for the side of Theory of Relativity actually fragging out, taking out Microdude and KVN, but will it be enough? They've only gotten 2 kills here, so Origin is going to take out Uga. Your boy Wings is under a lot of pressure. We see a Blizzard come out, is going to cut off the supports from your boy Wings, and that's another good hold. Great job on Edelcon and Malwared for coming up with those kills.
LSFC is coming up on a Graviton Surge along with the Riptire from the Junkrat. That combined with the Nano Boost will probably be enough to take this out as long as they stagger it. The Sound Barrier is going to be their biggest deterrent here.
Yeah, we see 3 ults coming out from the side of LSFC, trying to get something here, although they haven't got anything yet. Drop is going to go for an aggressive shatter just to try to get your boy Wings out of his face, but is going to go down for it. Your boy Wings now pushing in, is antied, gets cleansed from the anti, and now we see a big shatter, or we see a big Blizzard on the point. Inkabome is going to try to keep Cookie. Cookie doesn't go down to that, but still gets taken out by the Junkrat here, so it's just Drop on the point. He's going to go down, and this is going to be a point cap for the side of LSFC.
That was a good 3rd point hold. Honestly, they went into it with a massive time bank, and they really drained it down. A minute 7 is not a bad time at all on King's Row. Yeah.
Yeah, they were...
Go ahead.
Oh, go on. Oh, no, they were really staring down the barrel of a gun there, or of a loaded gun there, rather. If they weren't able to stabilize in the fight they did, we could be looking at the side of LSFC coming into a potential 2nd round with possibly over 3 minutes left, which is just a huge time bank. That's the sort of time bank that gets you to cap first point. A 1-minute time bank, there's not a whole lot you can do with it unless you have a really clean fight. So draining even those extra 2 minutes, making sure that they stabilized and fought for it as much as they did, it was a really good defensive effort to come back from the ult deficit that they had from point 1 and 2 here.
Very similar compositions coming out on this 2nd attack. We got drop on the Reinhardt. We're running the Rein Zarya on the side of Theory of Relativity. May McCree, pretty much the same thing we saw last time. Same supports. The only difference is on the side of LSFC, they are running a Hanzo, which we didn't see last time. Something to capitalize a little bit more on the Graviton surges.
You see known Doomfists coming in. Drop is just going to go straight onto the point here. Bubble traded out from both Zaryas. We see Origin is actually going to get slept. Doesn't get downed, though. Has the help of his team to save him. We see teams just kind of trading out damage, trying to jostle for a position here. Although, your boy Wings takes out 2 with a big charge. Although, your boy Wings takes out 3. He's just in the back line. He's wreaking havoc. There were a few early picks from the side of Theory of Relativity here, but your boy Wings just took that fight into his own hands.
Yeah, we were just watching that cam point of view, actually. Your boy Wings went for what looked to be a relatively short charge on the Ana, and found their way. But we're getting into another fight, so here we go.
Yeah, we see Drop is in a really strange position, and Drop actually gets taken out by several abilities here. Your boy Wings just shattering him, saying, look, I'll just take out the enemy Reinhardt. Theory of Relativity not going to be able to do too much. May walls having a really big effect on these team fights, and I think these Reinhardts are going to have to really be playing around them.
It's really interesting when you look at compositions in general. When your main tank goes down, if you're running in a meta where main tanks are important, your main tank dies, your team pretty much needs to retreat. So,
yeah, we see your boy Wings is going to get cut off, so LSFC is going to have to use some resources and give up a tick because of that Maywall. Drop is going to get all the resources in the world here. He's going to get nanoed, goes for a shatter into KVN's ult. We see, although just ults trading out from both sides. A really scrappy fight here. KVN is going to go after Punch, who's doing a lot of damage. Cookie is going after KVN, and it looks like, wow, Theory of Relativity. Not a particularly clean fight, but a good enough fight to take that point.
With LSFC on the defense, we're looking at a Shatter coming up, which will probably be the ultimate that is led in this fight. We do have a Blizzard and a Sound Barrier ready to go. This might be something of a dry push for Theory of Relativity, unless they're able to make some crazy pick happen or something like that, or get.
We see early Maywall come out from Inkabum there, but Shatter into a Blizzard is just going to be huge. LSFC just cleaning up that fight after that. Two big ultimates. Not really much that the side of Theory of Relativity can do, but not a bad fight from them at all. They got out two big ults in that Shatter and the Blizzard. So just like you said, dry fight. They're probably pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, on the side of LSFC, the only criticism that I might have is if you knew a little bit more about what the ultimates that Theory of Relativity is working with, maybe you didn't spend both ultimates in order to get the job done. They are sitting in a little bit of a deficit right now. But those ult charges are building up, and your boy Wings already has a Shatter back, and we'll probably see that before the grab comes out.
Yeah, we see Drop going down from a Maywall, so he's going to have to be careful from Inkabum. Try not to get isolated from his team again. So relatively short fight. They're going to have to figure out... Oh, he still gets down. Wow. Yeah, that Maywall is just causing massive headaches for the side of Theory of Relativity. They're going to have to do something like use their own Maywall to block the enemy Maywall to get in through this choke, because right now Drop is just stepping past that threshold and then immediately getting cut off here. We see him, he's going to push up again. They do use their own main wall to get past that choke. We see Graviton Surge traded off of both sides, although Dragon Strike going into it is going to be huge, deal a lot of damage. Big ultimate by Drop, though. Cookie is going to follow up with a Blizzard here. Drop and Punch trying to do as much as they can, but they've lost too many teammates, and the side of LSFC still had ults there, so LSFC holding strong here on this point. They still have 4 people, and they might have to back up, but they still win the fight.
We're sitting at 2 minutes here. On Streets phase, it's very, very common to see one team fight win and then have them push all the way. We're seeing an interesting rotation out of Theory of Relativity. They're on the point. Let's see what happens.
We see Inkabum is going to go in with the Blizzard. He gets Punch. Doesn't quite get anything else, though. Metacon is going to go really low. We see Drop under a lot of pressure. Shield going low, although Punch is nanoed in the enemy team backline, so trying to do as much damage as possible. Origin's going to take out KVN. Microdude is going to take out Metacon here. Both teams still fighting for the point, although Punch is going to go down. Cookie goes down, so and not much that Origin and Drop here are going to be able to do about it. So a lot of shots landing here for the side of LSFC, getting the picks that they need, and just kind of snowballing these fights over and over.
They're down to 50 seconds left on the clock. This very well could be a halted payload on the part of LSFC. They really need to make something happen with this Earth Shatter, because that Earth Shatter will get them into the Graviton, and if they can snowball that, then they can take this point.
Yeah, we see LSFC is going to back up, trying to respect the space from that Earth Shatter. They do use their Maywall early, but Drop is going to get shattered. Origin gets taken out by Obamacare while trying to use that Deadeye, and fight is going in the side of LSFC. Punch is going to get taken out. Ultimate's out. 10 seconds left. Someone's going to have to touch from the side of Theory of Relativity, but LSFC is just pushing in, being aggressive, not letting anyone survive here. We see Metalcon is going to be able to touch the point, but is probably going to go down pretty quick here. Yep. We see Cookie is going to be able to take the next point in the backline. Inkabum is just taking out. Oh, big sleep actually onto Cookie. Make sure to stop that contest there, and LSFC is going to take King's Row in a fairly convincing fashion.
LSFC, your boy Wings, we've got an Earth Shatter coming out.
Good sidestep. Great mechanics there on the Reinhardt.
You know, LSFC showed up to that map. They said, wait, we don't know. We've never lost before. That shit ain't happening again. So, showed up convincingly on King's Row. Moving into Escort, we'll see what comes up. What's your favorite Escort map, Oblivion?
Favorite Escort map? I've been really enjoying Rialto lately. A lot of interesting things can happen on that map, and it's a map that's really difficult to finish. So it's a good test, I think, for teams, and it looks like it might be picked here. That it is a good test for teams to see, to kind of gauge how well versed they are in the game mode. How if they're able to break that last defense, which is really one of the more difficult points to take back on Overwatch. There's just, or in all of Overwatch rather, there's just a lot. There's not many ways for the attackers to come in. And the attacking spawn is so far away that losing anyone in a fight early on, or even midway through a fight, they're never coming back within context of that fight. So I think this map really challenges teams, and I think the strongest teams will shine through on that last defense. So lots of different things you can play on this map. Rialto, you know, the canals having places where people could get booped off leads to some wrecking ball play, but the fact that there's so many close corners and tight narrow streets that we can brawl styles, and there's even high ground for Winston or D.Va to kind of play with. So I think this map kind of shows the team's versatility and lets them kind of craft a plan to play to their strengths. So I think we should be seeing some interesting comps coming out from both of these teams here.
Absolutely. With those high walls, you also a lot of the time see something like a Pharah or an Echo, something that can really make use of that that
vertical cover.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're going on a boat ride here on the stream. Welcome to the canals of Rialto, ladies and gentlemen. Like you say, we see Drop locking in on the Wrecking Ball. We've got Cookie on the Echo. We've seen Cookie put out some crazy plays already on the part of the Echo. We are running something akin to dive healers with the Mercy and the Zen. And then blue team on the defense in LSFC is playing a kind of like a multiple ankles composition. So lots of damage is going to be coming out from that end.
Yeah, I mean, we're really looking at the double sniper here of the Ashe and Hanzo to kind of take angles and try to just deal as much damage to the tanks as possible, although the side of Theory of Relativity, no slouches for taking these angles themselves. You see Tracer, Echo is going to get healed by Mercy all of the time. Zenyatta is basically a DPS in this composition, and as is the Zarya. So you see the side of LSFC is kind of getting wrangled in almost by the positioning here of Theory of Relativity. Lots of damage being kind of traded out, but both teams, again, just kind of poking, playing to their strengths. KVN is going to be pretty low here. He's discorded. Is going to get healed up. Your boy Wings is low as well. We see KVN is going to get knocked in, though, under a lot of pressure here. Doesn't take a whole lot of damage for it, though, but Cart has been moving up this whole time. Cookie is finally going to get take out his counterpart in the Hanzo and Uga, and that's a great opportunity here for the side of Theory of Relativity. Cookie's going to take out your boy Wings, and this is just a great opportunity for them. They should be able to close out this point relatively easily. Snowcoke does take out Origin, but not before, or just before going down to Cookie. Cookie just cleaning up. 4 kills so far in this fight. We see Malware comes out with the Transcendence. maybe a little bit overkill, but I don't mind it just to go ahead and take that point there.
Yeah, you were absolutely right. The cart did not stop moving that entire time. If you're playing something like a Reinhardt or a Sigma or something, somebody needs to touch the cart. Obviously, you have to win the fight. If you don't win the fight, then it doesn't really matter anyways. But stalling the cart is imperative, and they just kind of kept backing up just in front of the cart.
Yeah, they were never able to get a foothold with their positioning. We see Cookie is going to go really deep, copying McCree, looking to do something with that, try to get a Deadeye off of that Echo ult. So he's in the backline here. Lots of fights going on. Punch and drop, though, on the cart are going to be able to take out your boy Wings, but KVN is going to take out the backline of... Sorry, he's going to take out the backline of Theory of Relativity here. Uga is going to take out Metalcon, but the side of Theory of Relativity is still pushing this point.
Absolutely, Theory is definitely still pushing the point. We're approaching that. Oh, we got a grab coming out.
Oh, yeah, Punch grabs Uga. Pulse Bomb too, so doesn't want anything to do with that Torbjorn. We see your boy Wings trying to come back on the monkey, try to take as much space as possible. Marewars takes out Snowcoke, but good defensive position here. Although Punch now back up. Big threat in the Zarya. We see Molten Core come out from Uga here, is going to deny a lot of space from Theory of Relativity, and they're just going to have to back up, reset, wait for the Wrecking Ball, who's come in just a second here.
Your boy Wings is back on the Winston. I suppose his plan is to probably jump right on top of the Zen if he has an opportunity.
Yeah, he's going to look to try to hopefully abuse this high ground here if he's able to. Try to maybe cut out some of these angles that they're getting pressure down from, although goes down immediately. Cookie hits all of those sticky bombs. Snowcoke is going to get 2, takes out Metalcon and Cookie. We see Malward goes out for the Transcendence, try to keep his team alive, try to see if they can't secure the point, but they don't get any kills off of it. Now KVN is just going into the backline, trying to shred as much of the side of Theory of Relativity as possible. We see Minefield come out from drop, although not going to get anything, is actually going to go down. Does get Micro Dude, but it's not, that Minefield isn't going to be enough to clear off the point, so 2.29 meters is not good enough to go to third here.
And when you got 2.29 meters on the scoreboard, that means that defender's spawn is right around the corner, and you got a long way to walk back to the point.
Yeah, we see Cookie trying to punch in here, and those respawns are, we can see in these fights, really hurting. Even though the side of Theory of Relativity is able to get these early picks, they're not able to clean up the entire team of LSFC. So we see Torbjorn now getting copied. Not quite sure about that one. That was a really aggressive position come out. Just not a lot of room to get any work done with that. Although maybe over ulting here from the side of LSFC. I don't mind the Graviton Surge at all, which ends up catching 2 on the staircase, but that Nano Boost seems a little unnecessary to me.
We've got the Molten Core coming up on the side of the Torbjorn on LSFC. Not sure how much value that's going to get. The only person it could even really affect is going to be the Zarya, and the Zarya is probably just going to play a little bit back. But there is the Rage and the Deadeye coming up for LSFC as well.
We see this flank angle coming out from Cookie, trying to poke down and do a lot of damage, but not really able to find the squishy targets here. And his team is kind of struggling with the front line of LSFC, although pressuring the Torbjorn, knows he has ult, although Torbjorn does take out Cookie here, so that flank's just still not working out. Origin, however, does land a big pulse bomb into a Graviton Surge there, so the side of Theory of Relativity still in it. We see Snowcoke trying to zone people off, wait for the respawns here. Great Deadeye, doesn't get anything, but does save his team several seconds. Drop is going to go try to get aggressive on that McCree. not much happening. Although we see Malward is in a pretty dangerous position. Having a Zen that far up can do quite a bit if he's able to get a lot of damage. And Cookie is going to take out Snowcoke and your boy Wings. So it seems like the side of LSFC is going to actually get taken down in this defense here. Theory of Relativity going to cap the point.
There is only 1 minute and 24 seconds left on the clock going into this third point, like what you're talking about. This is not the easiest third point in the game to take. They had to use a lot of ultimates in order to take that point. They're sitting on just a pulse bomb. Now, I've seen a pulse bomb turn a fight plenty of times, but I've also seen a whiffed pulse bomb a whole lot too. This is kind of on the kind of up to Origin, and it didn't look like it got a whole lot.
Yeah, we see Origin not really get what he was looking for there. Your boy Wings is going to get nanoed going into the back line. Does get kind of knocked around, but not before taking out Malward. Is going to get out safely. Snowcoke is going to take out Cookie, and there's going to be one attack left here for Theory of Relativity to try to push that cart as far as possible.
I think they know. They found
Yeah. It seems like your boy Wings was able to find Origin there, catch him out. So not really very much time for Theory of Relativity to be able to take this point. They're almost getting into desperation mode here. It's going to kind of take...
I think they're absolutely in desperation mode. Theory of Relativity is walking into 4 ultimates. I don't think it's going to be enough.
No, we see Cookie try to do something on this copy here, but going to copy the Winston. Not able to do much with a Primal Rage. It is going to boob around Snowcoke, so kind of the best shot right now. Drop is on the point. Is going to take out Snowcoke here. Good zoning coming out, but only him left. Cookie is trying to do his best. Still alive, but yeah, is going to actually fall into that molten core, into that lava. Malward comes in. Not enough time to save Drop here with that Transcendence. Is probably going to go down. Yeah, just has to step off the cart. Not a big deal. He was going to get taken out anyway. And there the cart will lie.
Theory of Relativity had a real hard time closing out that second point. If they had been able to close out that second point, we might have seen a different third point there. But with that small amount in the time bank and the ultimate economy on the part of LSFC, it just wasn't going to happen. What do you think? Are we going to see some composition changes? Or are we going to? I can't imagine that your boy Wings is gonna start this off on anything other than Winston. The Winston seems to be working out well for him, and there we go, locking in, and you've got the Winston already ready to go. Drop and punch on Wrecking Ball and Sigma. Pretty much the exact same composition on the side of Theory of Relativity. We'll see if it works out a little bit better on the defense for them.
Yeah, we see the adaptations that LSFC was able to make on that defense there was really, they did a really good job of making sure that Cookie and Origin didn't have the angles that they needed to be able to get a lot of damage in. The best way to take that last point is to switch to a brawl composition, but neither team really had the time to do it. So we're really not going to see much of that brawl, and we're just going to see both of these teams kind of battling it out on what they perceive to be, you know, their best comp for this map. Both of the comps fairly different, especially in the tank lines. But we see your boy Wings going to use that Winston, just take some space away from the enemy tanks. Origin is actually going to get taken out by Snowcoke really early on. Uga is going to take out Drop. So lots of two good picks from the side of LSFC, and they're going to keep pressing their advantage. Your boy Wings not letting up, just trying to make as much space for his team, trying to take away basically this whole first point, force Theory of Relativity to just fight across that bridge here. We see Drop trying to do something for Uga, but with that Mercy Pocket in Yogurt, it's going to be not happening there. Yogurt is going to come take back KVN, which does go down. Cookie takes out his counterpart in Uga. So it is a Theory of Relativity is up in this fight. DPS coming in, getting a bunch of eliminations, and does a really good job at re-engaging there and taking it.
Yeah, absolutely. When LSFC came in, they won that first fight decisively. A decisive first fight win on a map that's as long as this. That means that you will probably have time to come back and get a retake for the very end of point one. You got your boy Wings jumping in with getting pocketed by the bubble, but taking a lot of space.
Yeah, we see Drop kind of counter-engaging into LSFC. Is going to use the minefield. Doesn't get it up. Doesn't get any eliminations with it, but is going to force out the entirety of LSFC. They're going to have to kind of give back the space that they just took there. Cookie is now on the Ash, coming off of that duplicate. Bob is going to come out, not for very long. Is going to be put to sleep, and even though no one went down in that fight, we're looking to reset here. Your boy Wings looking to re-engage on this Winston, maybe catch someone out. Gets nanoed in, is going to pressure out Punch, forces Malware to use the Transcendence here. Metalcon is going to also use this Valkyrie here. Uga is taking out Punch and Cookie, so fight looking good so far for the side of LSFC, and not much counter coming out of the side of Theory of Relativity, just not quite getting the same value out of their ults as LSFC is here.
We are looking at a very different landscape going into point 2 compared to what we saw on the Theory of Relativity push, though. LSFC doesn't have nearly as much time. 320 in the time bank now, but by the time it gets to a point where Theory of Relativity really wants to defend, it's going to be 30 seconds later, and we're going to be sitting at probably like a 245. Not a whole lot of time on the time bank, actually.
No, Theory of Relativity is going to want to take a good defense here. If they lose 2 fights in a row here, it could spell disaster for them. A lot of ults being traded out on the point here. Teams trying to take an early engagement. Your boy Wings is going to take out Metalcon early. Punch is going to go down to your boy Wings too. So your boy Wings just getting a lot of value out of this Winston. Malware kind of in an awkward spot. Goes down to Uga. Drop does get Micro Dude. Just kind of ends up walking into the mine there. But Micro Dude is going to be up for this next fight. Gets rezzed by Yogurt. We see Origin kind of positioning with Drop, looking for a dive here, find someone vulnerable, because they're going to need to get a pick on early. Uga's just dealing so much damage with that Mercy Pocket, although he does get taken out by Malware. Snowcoke does come back again. Oh, just tons of damage here. KVN decides to just pull the trigger on that Graviton Surge, end the fight, and actually a really strong position on the attacking side coming into this last point.
If you play it well, the grab there isn't that bad, actually. You end up with plenty of time to build up a grab by the end of point 3 here, and they don't even have to go all the way. You don't have to push it into the worst part of the map.
No, I mean, this corner here is really kind of the easiest place to get to for the attackers. Once you get past that threshold, it's going to be a lot harder, but they don't really have too difficult a job. Malward is going to go in with this Transcendence. Aggressive Transcendence does use the same time that Melicon's Valkyrie. Malward is going to take out Snowcoke for his troubles, although he will trade with your boy Wings. Cookie is going to go ham, though, taking out Microdude and KVN and Yogurt. Cookie kind of on a roll here on this Echo. Give him an inch and he'll take a mile.
Really lighten up that.
Kill feed?
Yeah, the kill feed.
There we go.
The word is just escaping me at the moment. Sorry, it was a long day at work. We've got plenty of ults coming in on the side of LSFC. We'll see if they're able to break the point.
Yeah, we see Bob come in first, who's going to make a lot of space, along with your boy Wings getting nanoed and then using Primal Rage. Even though he takes tons of damage, he's going to keep getting healed up. 1.94 meters left. LSFC just has to stay on this cart, keep pressuring it out. Although they just use all their ults here. Big ult advantage. They were going into that fight with five ults, and they ended up just using them, make a lot of space, and taking out the side of Theory of Relativity.
I wonder if this is going to be that Cookie lighting up the kill feed.
Certainly one of the instances here of yeah, there we go. Yeah, Cookie doing a lot of work on that Echo. You see with the card here too, but not enough work to win the side of Theory of Relativity, that map. So we're going into
an assault map. I
have a question for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
What is your favorite assault map?
What is my favorite assault map? I am partial to Volskaya Industries. I think.
Now hold up 1 second.
Okay.
Can I tell you why you're wrong?
I mean,
it's a
be
trick
difficult.
question.
Okay.
We're playing Assault, so you can't have a favorite. But go on for Volskaya Industries, because I don't mind that one either.
Yeah. So there are a few of them that we can't even talk about. Horizon Lunar Colony. I don't hate it as much as a lot of people do. I do actually think that they did a pretty decent job of reworking the map. The first iteration was complete and total garbage. Paris, there was a time when I was playing on my team, Fire Team Sable, that Paris was our best map. We would never, ever lose on Paris. So I don't hate that nearly as much as a lot of people do, but both of those maps are pretty objectively garbage. And then I don't mind Temple of Anubis. I don't mind Volskaya Industries. What am I missing?
Hanamura?
Hanamura. Hanamura is a fan favorite. I know that there's a lot of people out there that really like Hanamura. I cannot stand that map. Cannot stand it. As a Reinhardt player, if they're running a Mei on that first point and you can't get your team to engage at the right time or something, just pushing into that first point is just so hard. And then taking the high ground on point 2 is so important that if you can't do that, you might as well just keep smashing your face into the wall, because if they have someone up there that can really utilize the high ground and you can't take it from them, you're kind of screwed. All right. Let's find out what. It sounds like Microdude is lagging a little bit, but it looks like Temple of Anubis is being locked in. Yeah. What's your favorite 2CP map?
It's hard to say. It might be. I guess I'll start with I don't have one. But gun to my head, I have to pick one. I might pick Hanamura. Not because I like that map particularly. I think the best gameplay experience on 2CP, if you could say that they have those, is probably on Volskaya. I think Volskaya lends itself to it lends itself to good team play, in that the teams that take good positioning are able to make good rotations and set up good crossfire angles are going to be really advantaged on that map. I think first point is a lot more interesting than second point. So there's a lot going on there. So if I had to pick from just a purely design standpoint, I might go with Volskaya, but Temple of Anubis is the map I played my first game of Overwatch on, so it does have that nostalgia for me.
I have no idea what the first map I played on Overwatch was.
I remember I joined a game of Click Play on my friend's Blizzard account. He says, hey man, got this game. This is called Overwatch. Have you heard of it? I'm like, no. He's like, here, just sit down and play it. And I immediately went and bought it like the next day, even though I played half a game of quick play on Temple of Anubis defense.
Nice. When
Oh, go for it.
when Overwatch was first released, I had gone through a period of all of my friends do this thing where they get really hyped on a game and then they play it for a month or less, and then you'll never see them on that game ever again. And we had just gone on a streak of several games happening like that, where I had spent a bunch of money on games that my friends wanted me to get, and I was like,